If we say, what is a high value woman?
You tell me, man. It's like, again, this is the definition.
Bro, this is like your wheelhouse. This is your chance to steamroll.
What makes a high value woman? Well, there was a guy out there who may or may have not mentioned what he thought was a high value woman. And I think it's a pretty simple question to, pretty simple question to answer. Did you guys see that one guy who was like, when they're like, they asked him, they were like, hey, what makes a high value woman? Let's take a real quick look here. Shout out to Joe Paps. High value men don't obsess over another man's relationship. I'll tell you what makes a high value woman. Let's take it here.
It's a high value woman.
Oh, God.
What's that?
Concepts foreign to you, modesty, being demure.
Modesty.
Yeah, modesty in character, modesty in appearance, modesty in her demeanor.
You just don't like it when a woman is outspoken. You're intimidated by that.
You just met me like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, let's
starting to say you just called me a. You insulted me. I have not insulted you. I said that you are intimidated. It seems to me that you are intimidated.
Nobody's intimidated by you, first of all.
I don't.
Second of all,
yeah, no. It seems like you're intimidated by somebody that speaks the truth. That
she's triggered as. Okay, let me show you just a quick example of how to maintain frame in an argument with someone who's belligerent and crazy. Okay, so. Here's a clip from me on the Whatever podcast. This is the second most viewed clip on my entire channel. Okay. And then so this is me arguing with someone who's clearly wrong in the situation here. And I believe that overall Rollo was right. He just didn't own it. He was too afraid to take ownership, and he should have. Just own it, man. Just own it. People respect you more for owning it than like backtracking and pretend you didn't do something. Okay. So here's another example of someone who is being disingenuous, arguing in bad faith, and I maintain frame the entire time. So watch it, because she tries to use emotionalism and she tries to get like, are you kidding me? Oh my God, like, what do you mean? And I was just like, no. I understand those low-level manipulation tactics may work on the average person, but I'm not average, okay? If you don't know, I'm actually the supreme leader of the Hot Dude Army. So you better come with some facts and logic if you're going to chat with me. Let's see what she has.
Have been oppressed since the beginning of time.
How?
And it's natural.
Oh, gosh.
How?
Are you really? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? You're
the one saying this is true.
How?
Yeah, defend yourself.
No, because I'm not going. If
Okay,
you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude. In conversation, when you bring something up, you can't just state something as fact and then not defend it. And then say, oh, well, if you don't know, it's just because you're XYZ, because that's what you're doing right now. So you said women have been oppressed by man since the dawn of civilization.
Yes.
How?
If you don't know that, I'm not going to explain to you.
Bro, just put a big L in the chat for her, guys. Just put a big L for this girl, bro.
Women have been.
And that's how you got to handle these people who have no rationale behind their arguments. That's how you got to handle them. You got to treat them like the clowns they are, because they use emotionalism, they use sensationalism, they'll use personal attacks. She said, listen, from where I am, bro, listen, and shout out to my bros out there too. From I am, if you point at someone and say you're intimidated by me, that's an insult. Okay. Can my brothers that grew up a little bit in the streets, you know what I'm talking about. If you went up to somebody like you're intimidated by me, that's an insult. So she insulted me first. Okay. And I maintained frame. And so, you have to not get distracted by their emotionalism, not get emotional yourself. I didn't get flustered. I didn't get crazy. I didn't go out of my mind, right? And I silently and calmly dismantled her. That's how you win, boys. That's maintaining frame.